Sounds of a fight. Have to hurry. Still be here. Cellar. Gotta be. Footprints. Small, bare feet. Lead deeper into the cellar. Fell down the stairs. Broke his neck. Hurled against the wall with great force. Used this to batter down the grate. You. Saw you at the inn. Why'd you kill these people? Clearly wasn't for their blood. We don't have to fight.
You are wrong. I cannot let you leave.
these men to get to the body. What was she doing at the table, though? Stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought. Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat. A pouch, bulging with coins. Nilfgaardian florins, from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast. Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this. Third hand. The spare? Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing? Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something. So, murderer was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
Come along with this one. So hot.
Need to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Story's done. Go find your parents. A tale's for another time.
Master Richard, is it true?
Not always. Could go either way. Sometimes virtue wins, sometimes villainy gets the upper hand. Still worth being good.
But why? If it doesn't mean you'll win.
Palmer and Story, think back. A decent man attracts other good folk, makes friends he can count on. A rogue? Well, he can only count on other rogues. And who would you rather have for a friend?
A man of virtue?
I must agree. Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents. Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the back.
Lead the way. Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiator?
Close, but not quite.
Someone's gonna fight a Shaelmar? With only some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
Shouldn't torment the beast. How would you like to be dumped in an arena, blindfolded with a string of bells dangling from your ass? I slay monsters who are a threat to... No knight will gain any glory from the... Who's going?
Guillaume, the young man.
Yeah. Mentioned he'd promised his heart's...
Great love demands great.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
Got a bad feeling about this.
life was snuffed. All our hopes, alas, had turned to dust. The beast has been weighed by the gods. Soon the witcher shall triumph against all odds. The Shelma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade.
Master Geralt, do...
Monster's no threat. No need to kill it.
A victor may always show mercy. It is his right. Long live Geralt the Merciful! Pikeman, see to the beast.
Guillaume.
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly pains you. She approaches.
Geralt. We must...
You shall talk.
Geralt, magnificent!
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, rapt.
And I'm truly...
See to our young hero. Hop, hop, for we must make off with Geralt. We had been long awaiting.
Your Grace. Shaelmars are dangerous creatures.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time
What about the crowd?
Geralt,
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
naturally, but not here. Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see...
Yes. Ah, the very man we would entrust.
Your Grace.
Greeting. Sorry to have to tell you.
I know already. The creature in the...
No. A Bruxa. A kind of vampire. Not the...
You know this.
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. I've heard much about you. You bring
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
Yes, Your Grace. The law of surprise. Time-honored.
We shall be candid. The surprises we encounter on a daily basis would be of no value to one such as you. What awaits at the palace are edicts to sign and portraits of suitors from far-off lands. I fear you would find little use for either. Thus, we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and a sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. But Corvo Bianco, isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a Witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need... How'd it start?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants.
How'd he die?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later. He had died of wounds.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning...
So it seemed.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there, with the first murder...
Criminals fear the beast?
Do you believe me an amateur?
His body was found in a...
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
So, the first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fort.
Found a...
Delacroix.
Lots of
These were...
Might be the point.
all the murder.
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
Honor, wit...
5 virtues. Why are they so...
Strange quest.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's...
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the... In Toussaint, at the time of his dubbing, a knight...
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay. Denounce...
Honor,
Can't...
Let's think.
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny... Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac-Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river. Your Grace, we...
Rather problematic.
We must call off the gate.
First and foremost, we... Damien, order... And you, Witcher, follow me. My... A murder is out of the question. I will not Horses? Ready? Your Grace! Faster, get
Father
out!
Grace seems right at home in the saddle.
Clear the path! Clear the way, I said! It's here! Just round the corner!
Hurry!
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean they need to find those things too.
We've no other option, but time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules. On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. You will get...
The unicorn. How do I...
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trap. Turns around, over there, look.
Golden fish. Do I need a rock?
Please, Geralt. Look there, towards the water. The golden fish and the horn both contain... All clear?
Fiorano of the 1290 vintage. I do. Fiorano of the 1290 vintage. I do encourage you.
Keep calm. Start no brawls.
Find us against your liking.
Aren't we not curious trousers? Our mama told us not to talk
There, just there, we made many acquaintances, did we not?
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some...
We would not.
Do you...
Hush!
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. So
Who's that?
Roach won't eat bread either, except if it's stale. Roach likes carrots. Maybe Unicorn will too.
This is an outrage! An outrage, I tell you!
It's against the rules.
What would you say to a delicious, crunchy carrot? Easy. Gardens are huge. Better off on horseback. Giddy up. This should be easy to spot.
don't just dive in the water.
Perhaps that's the way to do it.
Sure, if you're a peasant.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring.
As the moon is heavily coursed of trace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift.
A key.
Why, you bomb-botched wretch!
He's ruined!
This is an outrage. Night, love, and wine. Wine. Sunlight captured.
Ow! No bats.
I wish only. Forgive my wife, Your Grace.
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules. Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a groan.
ice and cheese.
No. The hair is obliged to hide here in... Look, if we take Rome, hollow it out and fill it with ease. The letters, that is. We get green. Then mouse, but starting with what heads heart cheese. Why, it's greenhouse!
Pretty clever.
There are several greenhouses in the gardens, but only one with...
Greenhouse it is.
I'm here.
This belonged to you, mate?
It did, but you may keep it. I do not know you. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me.
You've killed 4 innocent...
And you? How many
Plenty. Even more of the guilty, though. You're next. More murders?
Just one. Not counting yours.
Make you kill again.
You were to stay where you were. Regenerate!
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself!
No, he's my friend.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You alright?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend.
How's this even possible?
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been robbed in somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say. No need, Geralt.
Miraculous
I had help. From the one...
Him? How?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease.
So you being here, it's no coincidence?
Your powers of deduction seem to have waned not one bit. I'm happy. I came here for Detlef.
So that's his name.
You might call it that. Though Detlef is... How would you humans put it?
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Detlef is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage it.
So in your opinion...
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then I will...
Got a lot of faith in the...
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both... Remember the year 96...
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up on...
It fell to Detlef, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus...
Vampires rarely help.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once in the street had offered Detlef an apple.
Terribly noble of it.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism. Vilgefortz melted my body. Detlef found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to kill. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire?
Probably same thing it means to a human.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. We
always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
In point of fact...
Gotta find...
Well,
Not entirely.
I know you...
All in all?
Let us find him.
Fine. All right. The posse. Knights must have
I prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our cousin.
Still